Welcome to This Explainer. Okay, today we are looking at an absolutely astonishing piece of ancient technology. This is something that fundamentally rewrites the history of human engineering and completely challenges everything we thought we knew about antiquity.
So, is it actually possible the ancient Greeks built a programmable computer? For the longest time, the idea of an ancient computer sounded like pure science fiction, right? But an oxidized lump of bronze recovered from the bottom of the Mediterranean Sea proves the answer is an overwhelming, undeniable yes.
To unpack all this, we'll quickly run through the world's oldest computer, how it uses gears as math, its incredible cosmic software, the philosophy behind it, and finally, the famous shipwreck that preserved it. Let's kick things off with Part 1, the world's oldest computer, going from an oxidized relic to a clockwork universe. When we look at this heavily oxidized artifact from the 2nd century BC today, it is honestly hard to believe what it actually is. Originally called a tablet or pinakideion, it kind of looks like a rusted ancient grandmother's clock. But beneath that crust, it's a special-purpose digital computer, basically a portable planetarium designed to perfectly calculate and display the workings of the heavens. Moving right along to Part 2, hardware, and how this mechanism uses gears as literal mathematics. Now, instead of our modern binary system, the electrical ones and zeros in your phone or laptop, this machine uses what's called unary arithmetic. The math is literally etched right into the bronze. You turn a crank on the side, and the physical ratios of these perfectly cut gear teeth physically multiply, divide, and add astronomical values. For decades, how this thing actually worked was a total mystery, completely buried under stone and rust. But modern X-ray tomography has revealed these intricate trains of hidden gears inside, all sized perfectly to work smoothly without any modern bearings. It's a true engineering marvel that packs massive computing power into a remarkably tiny space.
And the mechanical genius here is just off the charts. Take the pin and slot gear device, which actually mimics Kepler's second law. By moving the moon indicator with realistic variable speed, it moves faster at its closest point to Earth and slower when it's further away. Plus, there is an epicyclic planetary gear specifically designed to predict the exact path of Jupiter, including its complex retrograde motions.
All right, Part 3, software. Let's look at the incredible apps of the ancient world. You can really think of these as the apps running on this ancient computer. And the list of capabilities is just staggering. It tracked the moon, the sun, and those retrograde planetary motions we just talked about. It predicted eclipses, even pinpointing exactly where on Earth they'd be visible. And just to ground the entire cosmos to daily human life, it had a built-in app to track the 4-year Olympic schedule. Take the Saros cycle, for example, which was used to predict those eclipses. This machine had a built-in, highly intricate spiral dial that would physically shift to add 0, 8, or 16 hours depending on the cycle, letting the user pinpoint the exact time of the eclipse using nothing but bronze gears. And then there's the number 19. This represents the 19-year Metonic cycle, which is basically a 235-month lunisolar calendar. This massive mathematical constant is built straight into the device's backplate to synchronize the solar year with the lunar months. It just proves how much immense astronomical data was packed inside this single wooden box. Of course, no computer is complete without a user manual, right? Well, amazingly, scientists found exactly that. Tiny, highly uniform Greek letters, etched right into the copper doors, act as an astronomical compendium, instructing the ancient user on exactly how to operate this mechanical cosmos. But the manual also reveals some breathtaking aesthetic details. This wasn't just some clunky, rugged calculator. It was an absolute luxury item. The text specifically mentions a little golden sphere that rode along the zodiac dial to represent the sun, and a silver little sphere indicating the moon. It was a beautiful visual representation of the heavens right in the palm of your hand. Get this. 462 years. The manual actually describes tracking a 462-year cycle for Venus. That absolutely proves these ancient Greeks possessed multi-generational astronomical knowledge. They had to observe and record the night sky for centuries just to distill all that data into the precise gear ratios inside this one device. Which brings us to Part 4, the philosophical source code, or why the Greeks built this mechanical universe in the first place.
The answer really boils down to their worldview. To the ancient Greeks, a machine predicting celestial phenomena wasn't magic. As Plutarch notes, it was the ultimate realization of Pythagorean doctrine.
They fundamentally believed that the entire universe just is mathematics and causality. So if the universe follows strict mathematical laws, then surely a perfectly built mathematical machine can mirror it.
So, this device is literally Hellenistic philosophy broken down into 3 logical steps. First, you accept determinism, that all events in nature have a specific cause. Second, you express those celestial laws perfectly with numbers and geometry. And third, you use incredible engineering skills to build a working, physical model that mimics that divine cosmic design. It is the ancient scientific method, quite literally cast in bronze.
Finally, Part 5. Let's talk about the Antikythera shipwreck, the doomed vessel that actually preserved this history for us.
So, sometime between 60 and 80 BC, an absolute titan of a cargo ship sank off the coast of the tiny island of Antikythera. And we're not talking about a standard merchant boat here. This thing was estimated to be 40 to 60 meters long and heavily armored in thick lead sheets. It was carrying massive Corinthian roof tiles and a staggering collection of over 100 luxury Parian marble and bronze statues. It was a treasure ship, likely bound for Rome, carrying the absolute finest of Greek culture and tech.
Now, the wreck gave up some magnificent works of art, like the famous bronze Antikythera philosopher. But you know what? It was these incredibly unassuming, rusted, inscribed copper plates pulled from the abyss that truly changed our entire understanding of human capability. This clockwork cosmos proves, without a doubt, that the ancients literally held the gears of the computer age in the palms of their hands. It leaves us with a pretty haunting thought. If that profound knowledge hadn't been lost to the abyss, forcing humanity to essentially start over, where would our technology be today? Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep questioning everything, and I'll catch you on the next one.